SPARTA stands for Sales, Planning, Analysis, Reporting, and Tracking Application. SPARTA is a contemporary tool designed to enable the transparent and efficient collaboration of international theatrical sales users. To log into SPARTA, point your browser to sparta.disney.com and enter your Hub ID credentials. Once logged in, you can see icons across the top of the page that represent the most important areas in SPARTA: Dashboard, Releases, Films, Countries, and Admin. You can access each area by clicking on the related icon or by pressing a shortcut. These shortcuts are easy to remember. Press Ctrl, Alt, and the number of the icon's position starting from 0. For more details about SPARTA shortcuts, you can refer to the SPARTA User Guide. Discussions during SPARTA's design phase led us to favor country over market or territory, so that end users would be able to intuitively manage currencies, currency rates, individual taxes, fees, and other configurable elements required for effective GBO and admission management and distribution. Films in SPARTA are abstract representations of the motion picture that includes the story, the prints, and the cast associated with the film. We have only one film, no matter how many times and in how many countries we exhibit it. A release is a film's specific run in a country. For example, for each re-release of Mulan in France, we have to have a separate release. The release is a very important concept in SPARTA, as it is a vehicle for planning as well as for GBO admission configuration, management, and reporting. Each major SPARTA area usually appears as a grid contained in its own tab in the main SPARTA viewing area. Each grid operates the same way. You can drag and drop columns to reorder them however you need. You can show and hide columns using a context menu invoked from any column header. You can sort all visible records in the grid by a given column. You can alter your sort order by clicking the chosen column header. You may filter the records on the screen by typing in the filter box on the top of each column. In the filter boxes for numeric columns, you can use greater than, less than, or equal signs in front of the number typed. In the case of greater than, SPARTA will filter only those rows where the value of the column is greater than the number you typed. Please note that the effect of multiple filters is combined as they are applied by SPARTA simultaneously. If you find yourself regularly using specific custom column settings, sorts, and/or filters, you may save them as named presets that are associated with your username. One of these presets can be marked as the default one. Each time you open the same grid, it will display your default preset. To manage an element, in this case a release, you need to navigate to the Release Details screen. You can do that by finding the release on the screen and double-clicking on the row. You may also select Go to Details from the right-click Context menu. A new tab will open that contains the release details, such as dates, GBO, admissions, and forecast. You may review and manage that data depending on your access permissions. The film and country grids work the same way as the release one, so that once you master one of the grids, you will be able to successfully work with all of them. SPARTA allows you to seamlessly navigate between related data records. For example, from a release detail page, you can easily jump to the related film or country record. You can export the countries, films, and releases grids to MS Excel in a what you see is what you get fashion. When you are ready to export, simply click the Export button on the top right corner of the grid. You can see that only what was viewable on the screen was exported and that the sort order has been preserved. There is a limit to the amount of rows you can export. SPARTA opens detail screens in new tabs and keeps the parent tab open. You can open and work on multiple releases, films, or countries simultaneously and navigate between your open tabs with your mouse or by using shortcuts. Please don't forget to refer to the SPARTA User Guide for more details about SPARTA cross-navigation tips and tricks. This concludes our brief introduction to SPARTA, SPARTA grids, and navigation. To learn more about GBO admissions management, creating and managing releases and films, managing forecasts, and more, please refer to the other features in this channel or the SPARTA User Guide.